Yo, what is up everybody, and welcome back to part 2 of What If Isagi Was Trained by Snuffy. If you guys did enjoy the first part, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel because I know that y'all did, and y'all guys really have viewed it up, liked it up, and did everything. Make sure to comment down what you guys like and enjoy about this part, and give me opinions and thoughts about what you would like me to add for the next one. Hope that y'all enjoyed this video, and hope that y'all enjoy all the content that I post here. But with all that said and done, let's get into the video. We skip to that first match against Team X, against Baro's team. There's been a few days between this, and they've done their training, and Bachira and Isagi have gotten acquainted and become close friends the same way that they did. They had all the same conversations, and they had the same matches that they played in the training facilities. As during that time, they were able to kind of figure out exactly what each other is good with and exactly what they can work with and how well they can work together. Everyone could see that Isagi and Bachira were 2 stars during the tag match, and especially while the training, Isagi was showing off to be one of the strongest and most athletic people in the entire field of the Blue Lock program. Snuffy made sure to make sure that Isagi was top notch in every physical field that he could be, making sure that Isagi was the strongest and most capable player there. As hearing that he's been invited to this Blue Lock program that he hadn't really heard of, he was at least proud, because this kind of gives Isagi the potential to grow even more, the potential to grow even brighter and better than he could have ever been before. This gives him that urge and drive to find people that could maybe be better than him and take them down and become better than them. As during this match, it starts off almost the same. Baro's team is able to start all of that chaos after Isagi tries to pass to Bachira, which he only did that because he knew exactly how they were going to create a strategy with them working together. As it starts off all that chaos with Baro coming in and zooming straight out of all the chaos, going straight for Isagi. He still goes that same saying where he goes, "Get out of my way unless you want to get killed," as Isagi just smirks. He looks at Baro, says, "Just try to get past me if you want." As Baro tries to go straight past Isagi, and Isagi does something Baro didn't even expect. He zooms straight towards Baro and is able to steal the ball without Baro even noticing the ball was stolen. It takes Baro a solid 3 seconds to notice that he doesn't even have the ball anymore. He thought Isagi just went in front of him and zoomed out the way right before anything could have possibly happened. As once he notices the ball's already gone, Isagi's already on the other side of the field. He's already managed to run far enough that he's in his perfect spatial zone. He's in his zone where he could shoot the ball perfectly, and he does it. He shoots a direct shot straight towards that goal from around a 27-meter range, which is already Baro's perfect range. And he's like, this kid, he can really shoot that. He can really shoot from that far with his body. Like, no one could really tell. Isagi has a very big sleeper body. Snuffy was able to make sure that Isagi was able to shoot the ball from pretty good distances away. Isagi had been training his distance periodically while the entire time that he'd been there. He started off around 20 meters and had made his way up to a maximum of like 29, 30 meters if he was pushing it. He was able to do quite a bit, so it wasn't really much of a problem for him. Isagi making that first shot completely changes the momentum of the game. He making that first shot gives that one that they needed to make to actually start creating an actual play and creating a team. Bachira and Kunigami automatically fall in line into Isagi's plan, and Isagi is able to utilize them automatically as soon as he can. As soon as they start actively listening, Isagi starts barking orders, telling everyone where to go. He's yelling this out so everyone can tell where he's sending them, but he doesn't even care. As soon as he tells them where to go, he starts passing them left, right, center, wherever he needs to go. And as soon as one of them is in their zone, he lets them shoot, or they pass the ball back to him if they're blocked out. Either way, he's able to utilize them so perfectly that by the end of that first game, Isagi's team is able to win with a score of 8-3. every time Baro was able to get the ball, he was at least able to make a shot 3 times, only due to the fact that he was getting really pissed and he kind of just started shooting almost willy-nilly, and he was only able to get really 3 shots in that were actively normal shots. He was pissed about Isagi's play style and pissed on how he moved and everything, but he couldn't really do anything. After that game, Kunigami was glad that Isagi actually let him make a shot himself, because obviously Isagi didn't make all 8 shots himself. He made around 4 himself and then let Bachira make 2 and Kunigami make 2, so he's just glad that he was at least able to get some action time and get some shots in. Isagi was like, yeah, no problem, you fell in line, so why not let you actively show exactly what you could do? As Kunigami's like, what do you mean fell in line? As Isagi's like, I promise you one thing and one thing alone. I am going to be the one to witness, so it's better that everybody just falls in line now, because I will be the remaining person here at the end of this. As Kunigami's just like, yeah, right. As Isagi's like, no, I'm serious. But if you guys want to test yourselves and see how far y'all can make it, go ahead. As he's like, they still end up becoming close friends, because Isagi's might have a very cocky attitude and confident persona, but he still knows exactly how to make friends. He can make friends as long as it's somebody that he respects. As time goes, like about a day or 2 goes along, and the next match would start. The match being against Hiko's team. This match would go, quite honestly, so different. This match along, yes, they were able to make a strategy the same way that they actually did. But this time, Isagi doesn't even care if they make a strategy, because he obviously makes strategies better than anybody ever could. He already made a strategy where it's literally just him, Bachira, and Kunigami. Everybody else at this point has their roles that he gave them before the match. Defenders, goalies, or whatever. He gave them a position. He told them to stick to it and stick to it to a T. He said if anyone came out of their position, there would be consequences. And when he says consequences, it's not like he's going to be hitting anybody, but he knows exactly what's the best way to win is. And he knows exactly the minute that anyone tries to step out, he'll just steal the ball from them anyways. So he doesn't really bother or caring much about anything anyways. So he just leaves it. As the match goes along, Nico's able to get a few shots in, and he still manages to make a few mistakes, but Isagi is dominating. With him, Bachira, and Kunigami working together, their teamwork has already grown to a very great amount. Those 3 are in perfect unison throughout the entirety of the game, and those 3 are the ones dominating that game. They can do whatever they need to do, and they could put in a lot of decent good work. They're putting in a lot of effort, and by the time that the game keeps going along, Isagi's able to make 1, 2, 3 shots. Kunigami's able to make another 2. Bachira's able to make another 2. And the game would be over. At that point, he's able to they're really able to have some fun. The score was 7-3, because that team was able to at least use their strategy enough that could do some damage, but not enough to really get them to win. After that game, it's even more like they're just wondering, like, how is this guy so good? He's barking these orders, and the strategy that he came up with was good enough to block a majority of the moves that they made, block a majority of the things that they were doing. And he was like, he knew exactly what was going to happen before the game even started. As Isagi's just that good at strategizing. As they keep talking, and they eventually even come up talking about their weapons and exactly what everyone's good at, because Isagi at this point is curious on what everyone's good at. He didn't really bother asking this before because he didn't really care, but he just feels like, why not see exactly what everyone's good at, as everyone gives off their weapons, and he finds a way to utilize them more and actively utilize them as an entire unit to make them all feel like they're being used to the best of their abilities. But Chigiri's still the one that's not really giving and saying anything. Isagi would wait until everybody leaves, and he would ask again, what's your weapon? What are you good at? As Chigiri would just say, nothing, just leave me alone. As Isagi says, if you're not going to say anything, if you're not really good at anything, then why are you here? What's the point of you being here? Did you just come here to lose and be taken out automatically? If you came here to do that, go ahead. we're gonna win. We're gonna win. So there's no point of you not acting like you're gonna be doing anything. You're gonna be stuck here until this entire selection is over. So you might as well give everything that you've got until then. At this point, it's just useless and to not do anything. As with that next match, that's exactly what would happen. That match against the twins, Chigiri would finally awaken the same way that he did after Isagi, giving him a full lecture, giving him a Snuffy type lecture to actively get him back into the mood. This gets Chigiri back into the actual fighting spirit, if we're being honest, and gets him back into the mood to do a lot of the things that he hadn't been feeling like doing in so quite a long while. It had been so long that he was just like, what is going on? Like, how did I get to this? Where did I get all the way here to be actually bothered to do anything like this? As the match isn't even that long. No one sabotaged anything, so no one knew anything about the weapons that everybody had, and Isagi was able to utilize them so well that the twins were only able to get 2 points. Isagi himself was able to dominate the rest of the game, and the score by the end of it was only able to get 2 to around another 7 points for Isagi's team, Chigiri getting 3 of them himself because his speed was just that dominating. As that last match with Nagi, I'm going to leave that for the next part. But we still have to get into the nitty and gritty of the things that happened in between that. Between that final match of like Nagi and their team. Obviously, like this, they would end up meeting because even though nobody like snitched or anything else like that, they would end up still meeting in the cafeteria before their match. They would meet, they would like size each other up and just kind of go their separate ways, not really talking too much, but kind of just seeing exactly what was going on. As everyone would just be praising Isagi for being able to get them that far and being able to really do so much effort and do so much things that he's been doing. He's been really helping them win, and he's the main reason that they've been able to really survive this long. They're all thanking him, and Bachira is just basically just having some fun, really. Him and Bachira go back to have a little more training like they've been doing and just really have a lot of fun like they've been having. The entire team is just grateful for Isagi to being the sole reason that they're going to be able to survive this entire selection off him alone. It's not even off of them, it's just off him. But they're just happy either way. But this is where I'm going to be leaving the part off. If you did like it, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. But I will see you on the next part. Peace.